Good afternoon, Ask Ashley fam. How is everybody doing? How was everybody's Halloween yesterday? From what I've heard, it was pretty cold in most places. It was cold here, but here it was 47 and we were freezing. Sierra told me that it was like in the 20s in Ohio. So I was like, would not have been trick-or-treating had it been that cold. But we had fun. We dressed up. If you didn't see it on Instagram, we dressed up as Ava was Jasmine, Gabe was the Aladdin, and I was the genie, and it was fun. It looks like there's nobody here right now, and it's just me and Sierra. I'm gonna pull it up on YouTube to see if I can see anything else. Give you guys a few minutes to come join me if you're watching the replay. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are taking initiative on your own time to take in this information, even if you're not able to join the party live. And I think that's fantastic. And I think that speaks volumes of the future of your business. There's everybody. Hello. Hello. Oh, from Maryland. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Excellent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So weekly Ask Ashley, from Missouri, where we go live and you can ask me your crochet business questions. So go ahead and start popping in your questions, and I will do my best to answer as many as I can. Hi, everybody. Thank you for commenting so that I do know that you are here. Answer as many of them as I can. Oh, Florida. I want to be in Florida in a 30-minute window. Also, I have been without my medication for about 5 days now, 5 days to a week. So if I say crazy stuff, that's why. Like if my brain can't get the correct word out and I say something weird, I just said it to Sierra. I think I said airplane place instead of like airport. I was like, the place where airplanes are. Like that's just what came out. So if I say something like that, one time I was with my family and I was trying to say, pass me a cinnamon roll, but I said sweet biscuit. So we say that a lot now in my family. We say sweet biscuit. And one time I was watching Gabe play old man softball, and when they walk, that means they got 4 balls, like not a strike, but a ball, meaning it was a bad pitch. And he walked. I couldn't remember that word, so I said he balled out. So those are the words that we use now when we say, because you can strike out or you can ball out. And I said he balled out. So that's where we go. If you've got some examples, Michelle, let me know. Locking down accounts again. New accounts or old accounts? Michelle says she's been hearing some Etsy horror stories. I'm having a hard time to price some items. I normally crochet with acrylic yarn as I can't afford Nernst yarn. How much would you normally charge? So we talk about pricing a lot, Esmeralda, beautiful name, a lot here inside of Ask Ashley and a little bit inside of Crochet Boss Academy too, which is what I was going to say. But I will try to give you a brief snippet to get this party started, but there are other Ask Ashley replays where I've talked about this in, Bernat yarn, like blanket yarn. So I'm assuming, are you making plushies? So when it comes to pricing your thing, everybody's price is going to be different based on who your ideal customer is. If your ideal customer is a 20-year-old college student, your price is going to be different than if your ideal customer is a 35-year-old stay-at-home mom with dual income family, like she works from home or has her own business and her husband makes really good money. Like those are going to be different ideal customers, so your prices are going to be different. So you definitely want to think about that first. Second, it's got to be fair for you. So it's got to be fair for your time, your experience level, and your materials that you are using, but also like the way you choose to package it and send it off that way, because those things are going to dictate your price as well. I like to imagine if I didn't have this business and I was crocheting finished pieces, I'd like to imagine myself having a shop selling Gracie dolls only. And I would be, sorry, Ava just gave me a picture under my door. I would create a luxury brand selling Gracie dolls, and my packaging would be very bougie, and it would be an experience just getting the doll. I would have a custom fancy box with those little flips those little slips that go in, and you can open it, and it would be beautifully set in here. There'd be like a gorgeous letter, like it would be all bougie, all experience oriented. And so my prices would have to be very, very high in order to accommodate that experience. But also, I'm creating a luxury brand. So I would use higher quality yarn, and I would use higher quality packaging materials, and all the content that I put into the world would be luxury minded. I wouldn't do anything silly or cheaply or duct tape together. Everything I do would be top notch. So my photography would be gorgeous. My videos would be gorgeous. I might even invest in a videographer, photographer, or if I'm not able to do that, invest in my own knowledge in those things. So my prices would be very, very high. But if you are not building a luxury brand, if that's not true to you, true to your brand, that would not be what your prices would need to be set at. So it needs to be true, fair to your ideal customer, fair to you, your business, and your brand. And you want to make sure you're obviously making money. You're in the green. Now, there are a lot of people who have formulas that they have either created or found to help them come up with their prices. I don't think for the way that my brain works and the way that I educate my people, formulas are not going to be where we land, because they're a little bit more cookie cutter, and we're doing things a little bit more very specific to you and your ideal customer. So what I like to do, if you're going to use a formula, I think you should use a formula to calculate your profit margins. So if you are making a Claire bun beanie and it takes you 42 minutes to make one and $2 in yarn to make one, and you're selling them for $20, what is your profit margin? And you would have to use like an Excel spreadsheet with calculations to figure that out. There is one inside of Crochet Boss Academy, by the way. And then, so like if Claire bun beanies were your best seller, and you would, when you add new products to your line, you would make sure they have the same profit margins. So if you, let's say I don't even know a number, but let's say 10. It's a good number. Let's say your profit margin was 10. That's not even how you say those words, but we're going to go with 10. If you start selling Claire cozies and they're going to be way less money, so you're selling Claire bun beanies for $20 and it takes you 42 minutes and $2 in yarn. If you make a coffee cozy, it's only going to take you 30 minutes or 25 minutes and only going to cost 50 cents in yarn. So what do you need the price to be to make your profit 10 again? Okay, that's what we're going for. Hi, Laura. So that's what I would think about. Who was it that asked that question? Esmeralda, sorry. That's what I would think about. Who's your ideal customer? Set your prices in a way that will draw her in. If your ideal customer is a bougie lady, higher prices is going to draw her in. If your ideal customer is a college student, lower prices is going to draw her in. So your price should draw her in, should be fair to you and your time, should represent your brand well, and the materials that you use and the packaging that you use and how you voice your brand. And your profit margin should be the same no matter what product is that you're selling. So that way you're getting the best use of your time. So if you're selling a Daisy Granny Square blanket and you're selling a Claire bun beanie, is it better for you to use your time making 10 Claire bun beanies, or is it better for you to use your time making one Granny Square blanket? The profit margin should be the same if you're going to have both of those things in your shop. If you can't make them the same, because maybe you sell Claire bun beanies for $35, so the profit margins for a baby Granny Square blanket might be like $300. And if you don't think your ideal customer can afford that, if that's not true to you, true to your brand, then Daisy Granny Square blankets are not a product that you should have in your shop. That's how you can kind of figure that out as well. Lastly, do not care or worry or think about what other people are pricing their things at. You can do market research to get a basic idea and understanding. So you're like playing ball with people and with the market, right? Because your customers are going to be seeing these other prices as well. So you should be able to like be on point. They don't have to be exact. You can be a little higher, a little bit lower based on your brand and all of the things I already said. But do not care about what other people have to say about your prices. If they are your competition and they have something to say about your prices, Does not matter. In one ear and out the other. It's like they never even said it at all. If they are your customer, your ideal customer, and they have something to say about your prices, maybe you should revisit that. But if they are not your ideal customer and they have something to say about your prices, it doesn't matter. In one ear and out the other. We don't care what other people's opinions are. Other people's opinions do not grow your business or pay your bills. So don't listen to them. Don't let them get you down. Don't worry about it. You focus on you, your business, your family, and your ideal customer only. That is the only reason you are in business. You are not in business to help other people feel good about their business. That's not why you're in business. That's a waste of your time, money, and energy. You could have a 9 to 5 instead and help better support your life and your family. So don't worry about it. That's the best advice I can give you. Just put on your blinders. Don't look at them. Don't think about them. Don't worry about it. Sometimes they might tell you your prices are too high. Sometimes they might tell you your prices are too low. You don't care. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay. You're welcome, sweet girl. Hope that was helpful. And there are other Ask Ashley's where I went into that more in detail. If Sierra, if you want to run through and see if any of them, or if you can remember, I feel like we changed the title of one of them to be more price oriented. So maybe that was the best one for pricing. Maybe she can grab you a link, Esmeralda. Thank you for your question. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out in the comments. Karen says, I'm getting into Pinterest. Should I be pinning other people's pins into my boards along with my own? Karen, are you a finished piece seller or a designer? Sierra's coming in hot with that link for you, Esmeralda. Karen, I'm going to assume that you are a finished piece seller. You should not be pinning your competitors' things. If you sell Gracie dolls, you shouldn't pin my finished Gracie dolls, which I don't have. Okay, finished. I don't sell them anyway. But if I sold Gracie dolls and you sold Gracie dolls, you shouldn't pin my Gracie dolls. You shouldn't pin ragdoll style dolls from Target. You shouldn't pin anything that is in direct competition to you. Now, if you're a designer and you're thinking, oh, I shouldn't pin other people's patterns, that's not direct competition. Free patterns is just people hanging out. That's not the same. Okay. It's not the same. So I'm talking to finished piece sellers. You should not pin your direct competition products. What you should pin is other things and other products that your ideal customer will find useful. You can think of your Pinterest as a collection of things that you have found across the internet that serve your ideal customer well. So if you sell Gracie dolls, maybe you pin the not American Girl doll, but the Walmart brand or American Girl doll, whoever your ideal customer is, of beds. And because the Gracie doll can lay in those beds. Maybe you found another designer that makes hand woven baby doll beds, and you could pin that one because that would be fun for them to put their Gracie doll in, right? You buy the bed and you buy the Gracie doll and the bed. They're not in direct competition with one another. They go together. So that's what I would. And also, if you are selling, maybe you're selling things to a coffee addict, and you sell Clear Cozies, mug rugs, like other types of coffee cozy type things, like hot ones, cold ones. You sell all kinds of coffee things. You're a coffee brand. You could pin coffee recipes. You could pin cute mugs that you found. You could pin signs that says coffee before talkie, or t-shirts. You know what I mean? Keep it ideal customer specific and not direct competition. That's going to be my best advice. Every single one of your boards should be something that you can pin your products to. If you can't pin your products to it, you don't need that board. That is a waste of space and a waste of time and energy and money, because time is money. So make sure you can pin at least one of your products to every single one of your boards, and it makes sense. So if one of your boards was pretend play, you could pin Gracie dolls there. You could pin Gracie doll clothes there. You could pin other like amigurumi style things there. You could pin play food. You could pin quiet books, those little soft books. You could pin things to that board. But if you had one called Little Girl's Room Decor, and you didn't sell any sort of room decor at all, like nothing that you sell could be considered room decor, that's a waste of your time. You don't want to facilitate that service to your ideal customer if it doesn't help you reach your end goal in your business. Everything should be to help you reach your end goal in your business. Hopefully that was helpful, Karen. I'm a beanie and blanket. She sells beanies and blankets, targeting grandparents and parents. So we would have to do a whole sort of like dive and breakdown in order. You need to figure out who your person is and how your products serve her well. Like really break it down. Like do like a map, a web graph, I think is what they're called, with like if then statements. If she's a grandparent, then she has grandkids. She's retired. She drives fancy car. Like she lives in Florida. List some things. And then if she lives in Florida, maybe she needs a lightweight blanket. Maybe she needs a lightweight beanie. Maybe she needs ear warmers instead of beanies. You know what I mean? So break it down, and then you can create some boards that you can pin your products in a way that serves her well. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you for your question. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Heather says, how do you get ideas for new patterns? I get them from my old patterns almost every time. Every now and then, I will also get them from outside of the crochet community. Like the gift pockets was designed because I saw refillable Easter eggs on TikTok that were sewn. The Gracie doll was designed after Lemon Lee Dolls on Instagram. She just released her sewing pattern. She makes sewing rag dolls, and a lot of people make them. She didn't invent them. She's not the only one that makes them, but that's who I saw them from. That's who I was following, and I was obsessed with them. I bought one for Ava. They're gorgeous, and I wanted to make a crochet version because I tried to make the sewing version and it was awful, but that was like 4 years ago, and now I'm ready to try again. But that's where I get my pattern designs from, is my current patterns or outside of the crochet community. Thank you, Heather, for your question. Katie says, I love your earrings. Is the pattern one of yours? How many earrings with cotton yarn? So these are macrame. Thank you. I can't remember who I bought them from. Probably Top Notch Macrame, but I don't know if she's still in business. They're not crocheted. They're macrame. I do have crocheted earrings. I have Sierra's going to come in hot for you with the links, but I have crafty loop earrings, crafty boho earrings, and crafty rainbow earrings. Here are the crafty loop earrings. They're made with cotton rope and embroidery thread or fingering weight yarn. Here are the crafty boho earrings. They are made with fingering weight yarn. If you used embroidery thread, you will have to join, and then you'll have a tail to sew in. And then the rainbow earrings are in my bedroom, so I don't have one of those for you. But those are the 3 earring patterns that I have on my blog, and Sierra will grab a link for you. Thank you for your question, Katie. I hope that was helpful. Oops. Jen says, hi, I want to start a Facebook page, but I don't want my personal info to be known. Can you speak on this? I don't know. I think in order to make a Facebook page for your business, you will need a personal Facebook account. And I don't know. I mean, I guess you could just make a fake one and put a fake name on there. But if you are going to build a business, people are going to need to know who you are, because you are a real person making handmade things. And the fact that you are a real person is going to be one of the biggest selling points. Ava, please stop. Is going to be one of the biggest selling points for your business. It's one of the main reasons that people shop handmade, is because they know that they are buying from an actual human being. So if you try to hide who you are from your business, it's going to be very difficult for your ideal customer to relate to you on an emotional level. And if they can't relate to you on an emotional level, they're just going to go to Walmart or Target or Amazon. Humans are emotional creatures. And when we can engage emotionally with another human, that's when relationships are built. And that's how, when you build a relationship with your people, that's when you're going to start getting sales, because you are serving them well through a product that you have, a product line that you have curated to serve them well with. You are solving their problem, raising their quality of life, making things easier on them. And you're an actual human being with eyeballs and children or no children. And you have curly hair and you have to manage it. Like, you are a person, not a building, not a corporation with 6 or 70 faceless board members pulling strings. And that is going to be your superpower when it comes to building a business. So trying to completely hide who you are, I don't think is going to lead to like success in your business, depending upon what your ideal level of success is. Um, when it comes to like, are you saying you don't want to put your bank information I don't know if you have to do that in order to create a Facebook page. Like, I don't know if you're worried about your address, maybe get a PO box. They're like $65 a year. It's going to be a tax write-off because that's going to be for your business. So hopefully you can, that's not tax advice. I'm not a tax professional. Please seek a tax professional. I write my PO box off because it's for my business only. So my personal address is not out for the world to see. If that's what you're talking about, I don't know if you need to give Facebook credit card information or bank information to create a page. If you're trying to sell things through your Facebook page, you might have to do that. And I would suggest creating a bank account just for your business, and maybe don't keep stuff in there so you're protected. Don't connect it to your personal where it can be stolen from. Keep it for your business, and keep only a certain amount of money in there if that was the direction that you were going with your question. Okay, Jen, thank you for your question. I hope that was helpful. Stephanie says, hi, Ashley, I have a couple questions. First, how much does Crochet Boss Academy cost? I asked my aunt for help paying for it for Christmas, so I wanted to give her a price. I love that, Stephanie. Last year, I actually spent hours and hours setting it up to where people could buy Crochet Boss Academy for Christmas presents as like a gift card, and not one of them sold. So probably won't be offering that this year. Oh, that horse is staring at me. And from where I was at, I only saw its shadow. And I was like, what is that black blob? But then I looked over and the horse is just like staring at my window. It's pretty. Sierra, let me text Sierra. I don't want to get my numbers wrong, but it will be more than it was last year. I don't have an exact price yet. I can't remember. I think it was. Can anybody remember how much it was last year? Like, my brain is so compartmentalized that when it's done, I don't think about it anymore. Let me see if I can look, even though the website is usually on the fritz. If you are inside of Crochet Boss Academy and you remember how much you paid last year, please feel free to share it. Let me see what we got. I don't want to say the wrong number. Maybe Mackenzie remembers. Or maybe Gabe remembers how much Crochet Boss Academy was last year. Because if I say the wrong number, I'm either going to get your hopes up or down. And then that's not what I want. Okay, Michelle, thank you for your question. I started, so I'll get to it in a second. Let me go to, okay, Gabe and Sierra both said the same thing. So $375 is what it was last year. And this year it will go up. I don't know by how much. Depends on how much things that I add. It will go up though. So it was $375 last year. This year it will be more. I don't expect it to be over 400 this year, but it definitely will be more than 375 because every year it goes up. That way, the year that you come in is the best deal it will ever be, and you don't have to worry about like missing out on a better price. It will never go down. And I don't think I'll ever do coupons either. If I did, it would be a very special circumstance. But I don't see myself ever doing it. It will always go up. That way, when you get in, you know that you got in at the best price. Michelle asked if I'm going to offer a discount for last year's students. If you are in Crochet Boss Academy, you're still in. You don't have to pay again. If I update any content, you still get access to everything. You just have to pay one time and then you get it forever. Michelle, if you're talking about the Facebook group, because we do have a new Facebook group every year for each year's class of students. That way it's not massive and you get lost in a sea of 6,000 people. It's not that many, but each class gets their own Facebook group. And Michelle, if you were asking if you can get into the new Facebook group, I started doing that last year. I made access to the new Facebook group a paid option for previous students only. The reason to join the Facebook group, even if you've already went through it, is because you get to go through it again with me and a group of students. You get the energy, you get the motivation, you get the accountability, you get the daily check-ins, you get the daily lives. Like I go live almost every day for those 6 weeks. That is what's included the um, in the Facebook group. It might have been when it first launched, Stephanie. It does go up every year. So it could have been 300 back in 2020, but it does go up every year. Thank you, Diana. I could not remember, and I didn't want to say the wrong thing and then upset any hearts. Julie Walzer. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. I'm in the Julie. Are you from Arizona? Somebody said Arizona. Katie's from Arizona. Julie, if you don't want to say, you can say I don't want to say. But if you don't mind to say, I would love to. Iowa. Julie, we need to chat. We need to chat after this if you are available when you want to DM back and forth on Instagram. Iowa. Okay. I only know one other Walzer. And he spells it just like that. And his family's from Arizona. Very interesting to me. Okay. Sorry. Let's keep it going. Let's go ahead and do Julie's question since I put her on the spot like that. I'm wanting to upload a video to YouTube for a pattern I'm going to publish. I only want it for people who bought the pattern. Is there info on how to do YouTube that way? So you would either make it either private or unlisted, Julie. One of those two things will be where you can have the link and you can put the link to it in your PDF. I can't remember if it's private or unlisted. I would do a quick Google search, what's the difference between private and unlisted, but you will publish it as one of those two things instead of publishing it as public. I do have either private or unlisted videos that are inside of Crochet Boss Academy that only Crochet Boss Academy students can see that are posted on YouTube. So either private or unlisted is what you will need to go for. Thank you for your question. Stephanie says we answered that one. Okay, we answered that one. Thanks, girl. I renamed my business, but I still have an old inventory with my old business name tags on it. Should I sell it as a discount since they didn't sell or put new tags with a new business name? What did you make? And what kind of tags are they? How long does it take to replace the tags? Are you not selling these things anymore? Are you Nordic not? If you are not selling these products anymore in your shop, I think if they have your tag, your new current business name tag on them, it is going to help people find you if they want to buy from you again. But if you sold like plushies and now you're doing hats and scarves and you don't sell them anyway, it probably hats with leather tags. Are you still selling hats? Or have you switched from hats to something else completely? Because every time you sell something, the goal is to turn that customer into a return customer and for them to share it on social media and tag you in it. Still selling hats. I would change the tags. That's what I would do. I know it's a lot of work, but it could lead you to a return customer or a shout out on social media because your correct name is on there. So that's what I would do. You could only do it when the hat sells. So like if you sold it on, like if you sell them on Etsy, if you sell in person, you're just gonna have to change them all. But if you sell them on Etsy, as soon as the hat sells, you can switch out the tags and then ship it to the customer instead of switching them all up front and then risking them not selling. That would be something that you could do. Or just cut them off and leave them tagless until they sell if you wanted to. But I don't think I would sell them with an old name. I just don't think that's going to be doing you any favors for your business. Hopefully that was helpful. Let's do one more before we have to jump away. Sean says, how do you list your product example crochet hat and it not get mixed in with crochet hat pattern listing? So on Etsy, that will happen. They will get mixed in. It happens for every crochet thing. And I don't know if the world can handle crochet being patterns and finished things, because it seems like every platform, and I've been trying to like play with IA stuff, and I'm like, this is my ideal customer. They are crochet business owners that sells crochet things, and they still don't get it when they're trying to help me like write an email, which they don't. They as in AI. There's like it's not computing, but it's still going to get mixed in. There's no way around it. The only things that makes it stand out is, one, it's not a digital item. 2, it's not $3. 3, don't use the word pattern anywhere in your listing title tags. Do not use the word pattern, tutorial. Do not use that. 4, you don't even have to use the word crocheted if you don't want to, depending on who your ideal customer is. So if you sell crop tops for Gen Z kids, they know the word crochet because it is in the mainstream now. Crochet fashion is in the mainstream culture. So they know what they would look for crochet because they know that it's trendy. So they would know to type it in. But if you are selling Gracie dolls and they just want a soft plush rag doll, you don't have to say crocheted if you don't want to. You can say it in the description to let people know how it's made, but you don't have to use the titles or tag space with the word crocheted if it doesn't make sense for your ideal customer. Your ideal customer probably doesn't care how it's made. 1, 2, they probably think it's knitted anyway. So you don't even have to use the word crocheted if you don't want to. Crochet is a hot keyword right now. It is, especially in Gen Z fashion. But also, if that's not your ideal customer, just because it's blowing up doesn't mean you should use it. Sorry, I just got a whiff of the essential oils that I put on my earrings, and it's in my throat, and I need something to drink. I don't have anything. Right in my throat hole. Just because it's trending doesn't mean it's good for you to use, which crochet is so like of a broad word, but like I can't even think of a different example. I don't even know. But sometimes things are blowing up with a specific word. Like, I'm a crochet designer. So if I saw that crochet crop tops were selling like hotcakes and I made a crochet pattern for crochet crop tops because I want that traffic, it's not going to help me because that traffic is for people looking to buy the crop top. So it's going to be a waste of my time and energy. And it might get a lot of eyes because they're searching that, but it's not going to get any sales because that's not what they want. And if it does get sales, they're probably going to be like, hey, I sent you $3. Where's my crop top? And I'm going to be like, bruh, it's a digital download. Here's how to download it. I do that every single day, at least twice a day, every single day, at least twice a day. I'm not exaggerating. Sierra can vouch for that. Okay. We're at our 34 minutes marks. Julie, please send me a DM on Instagram because I would love to hear more about your last name. Sorry I didn't get to the last 3 questions. Oh, I did get to that one. So there's 2 questions. Wrist and elbow pain, arnica cream, or what is that yellow? The yellow one. This one, Asper cream. Arnica is natural, though. This probably isn't. This is probably poisonous. Warnings, only uses direction. Aloe vera gel, alcohol, glycerin, meth something, mineral oil, potassium phosphate, propylparabens, water. I don't know. I don't know. I don't use this anymore, but it can be helpful with pain. Deep blue essential oils, peppermint essential oil, arnica cream, you say elbow pain. So joint, wrist and elbow, those are your joints. Castor oil packs, cayenne pepper, DMSO, which is a highly potent, and what you would need to do some research on that one. But you can DMSO is good for pain. Castor oil packs can help like heal the problem, but it won't help with the pain in that moment. Yeah, that's a quick one. And then Stephanie, I'm gonna see. I just started a Facebook page and I'm starting to get orders. Was the best way to keep track of organized order? The best thing is to open Etsy immediately. That's going to be the best way to keep your things in track. That's one of my top pros, like not a con but a pro for having an Etsy shop is the organization and the streamlining that you get. It's faster than building your own website, which would be my second option, would be to build your own website. But this is going to be much faster for you, and you'll be able to start organizing your stuff very, very quickly, and your customers will be served well because you can just say, this is for sale. Here's the link to my Etsy listing. And they go to that Etsy listing, put in all of their information, give their credit card, done. No back and forth at all. No back and forth was, I want this one. You say, let me send you a DM. Okay, it's $10. Perfect. Do you take Venmo? No, but I take PayPal and Cash App. Awesome. I have PayPal. What's your PayPal? My PayPal is da 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 da. Okay, I'll have to do it Friday after I get paid. Okay, excellent. 3 days later. Hey, did you get paid yet? I'm still holding on to this for you. Actually, I had to pay for new tires and I didn't get to spend that. So I'm going to have to do it next Friday. Can you still hold it? Okay, yeah, I can. None of that. None of that. If you have an Etsy shop or your own off Etsy site, if you want to take the time to build it, way, way faster. Sorry, something's happening in the comments and I don't know what it is, but Sierra's taking care of it. And I apologize if you saw something. I don't know what's going on. But that's going to be the quickest way, Stephanie, for you to streamline your business is to have an online shop. Hopefully that was helpful. I know it's probably not the best advice. Other than that, like an Excel spreadsheet would be the best thing that you can do. And when you get an order, put it on the Excel spreadsheet and make one that says like in progress and then completed, and then highlight it when it's completed and move on to the next one. And then like order date and the day you told them they would have it by, their address, all of it. You need to keep everything in like an Excel spreadsheet so you can stay organized. Okay. I still don't know what's happening in the comments. But there are no other questions. That was the last one. This was the last question. So hopefully that was helpful. Mine got answer. I know she has. I don't understand what's happening. These are 30-minute sessions, and sometimes they go over because I'm long-winded, but the goal is 30 minutes. Okay. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I love talking to you guys and talking shop. It really gets my juices flowing and gets me motivated to put out more content and to work on my own business. And I hope it does the same for you. I get a lot of positive feedback. People message me so random. They'll be like, hey, I know that you don't know me, but I just binge watched all of your Ask Ashley's. And I just want to say thank you for all the time that you've put in the community. Like, I get these messages all the time. It brings me the most joy to know that you benefit from these just as much as I benefit from these. So thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to be trying to release a video later today with my new YouTube plaque for reaching 100,000 subscribers. So thank you for being here. That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for all the people who participate here on YouTube. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you have a great day, a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you next week, same time. Oh, someone said you only answer your students' questions. Okay. I see what's happening. Thank you, Esmeralda. I don't know who my students are on YouTube. I don't know. unless they say, hey, Crochet Boss Academy student here. Other than that, I don't know. I don't remember everybody's names. Anyway, see you guys same time, same place, 2 o'clock every Wednesday in the month of November. To the best of my knowledge, we will not be skipping any this week. I'm going to pull up my calendar very, very quickly just to triple, quadruple check. Wednesdays. Nope. That's it. We're going to be doing it. Should be fine, except for the day before Thanksgiving. I don't know if they'll be doing, but it shouldn't be at 2 o'clock. So we should be fine either way. I'll let you know if something happens with the one that's the day before Thanksgiving. So I will see you guys next week. Have a good day. Julie, I'll see you over on Instagram.